Welcome back to Salmon FM, and this is 5 years on in the future. This is Manchester United, or as they now like to be known as Man UFC. So yeah, here we are, 5 years on in the future. Now, before we go anywhere, I'm going to say apologies for the last couple of days and being missing in action. I've been working quite a bit, and I'd like to spend time with the family when I wasn't at work. Now, as you should know, this save file was done before Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was sacked. So yeah, apologies. Football Manager has predicted that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was going to be still in charge 5 years on in the future. Now, I would do it all again, but then that would just would basically make the other clubs that have done so far not actually valid, and all their futures as simulated by Football Manager would have been changed again. So this is just still the same save file, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he was still in charge of Manchester United, and he still is 5 years on in the future. So what can I tell you about Manchester United? Well, you've become a bit of an Arsenal, happy with the top four. You've just finished consistently third. So best of the rest sort of thing behind Manchester City and Liverpool, who have dominated the Premier League table in the last 5 years. So it's still nothing to scoff at though, but you have been best of the rest, and you have been getting closer and closer. Let's just have a little look at your landmarks. Just because I've noticed that Avram Glazer has finally left the club, and you have been taken over by you have a new chairperson in Andrew Tompkins. So it's promoted from within. So not necessarily getting rid of the Glazers, but Avram Glazer has gone. So maybe a bonus there. As you can see, just through all these, you do have a Champions League winner and a European Super Cup all in there to thank Ollie for. Cristiano Ronaldo was appointed as your captain in the summer of 2022, so stay tuned next year to see if Football Manager has predicted that right. That would be nice and interesting, wouldn't it, to see if Football Manager predicts Ronaldo becoming your club captain come the summer. So let's just have a little look at the schedule. So let's just have a little look at the senior team first. So normally I'd do the transfers first, but I want to have a little glaze over the competition. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to have a look at your FA Cup and Carabao Cups, and I'm going to start at the first year. So here we are on the first year. The first year you were knocked out by Aston Villa in the third round of the Carabao, and you were beaten by Manchester City in the semi-cup final of the FA Cup. The second year, knocked out in the third round again, this time by Wolves, but you did go on to win the FA Cup final against Newcastle, which are tomorrow's episode's opponents. Nottingham Forest knocked you out in the third round of the Carabao Cup. You guys don't like the Carabao Cup in this save at all, and you were beaten again by Manchester City in the semi-final. The year after, you were finally able to beat that curse of the third round, but you didn't get any further than Leeds in the fourth. As for the FA Cup final, you managed to get yourself all the way to the final. However, it was Liverpool that you'd beaten in the Carabao Cup third round that got their revenge in that game. The year after, and defeats to Liverpool kept coming as they beat you in the Carabao Cup fourth round. And Manchester City this time didn't knock you out in the semi-final. They beat you and resoundingly beat you 4-1 in the final, with Jackie Grealish, Erling Haaland and Valverde getting the goals for Manchester City. Not too bad, I suppose. You have added one FA Cup, which is always nice. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to have a little look at the Champions League. Barcelona knocked you out in that first year. Obviously, in real life, Barcelona haven't even made that round. They're going into Europa. The year after is where you got your Champions League, and just look at that run. It was a hard group, to be fair. It wasn't an easy group. Lyon and Bayern Munich could have upset the apple cart, and Bayern Munich, they beat you twice. So in the group stage, and you did get your revenge in the semi-final. Though it was on penalties, but you still managed to get through. You still beat them on penalties. Manchester City were your opponents in the final, and it was Jadon Sancho that came good. He scored in that final, and he scored in the FA Cup final as well. That's all good. The year after, you beat Napoli in the European Super Cup, should I call it? But you were defeated by Bayern Munich in the group set, the semi-final of that year's Champions League. Barcelona beat you in the group stage. Again, you drew Olympic Lyon. Not too bad though. Not too bad. The year after, so second from last year, you drew Real Madrid in the group stage. That would have been interesting. And you were defeated on penalties by Manchester City in the semi-final, which is a shame, really, isn't it? As for the last year you managed to get to the quarterfinals where Real Madrid beat you 3-2 on aggregate, which is a bit of a shame. As you can see, you didn't get out off the starting block, and your goalkeeper, Andre Onana, spoilers for the transfer market, pulled in a 5.9 in that game. That is woeful, absolutely woeful, and he kept his place for the second leg, but that was absolutely woeful. Right, so let's just have a little look at that transfer history. You've probably noticed a few players already from that. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a look from the beginning to the very first year. I'm not going to go through every single one. I'm going to pick out the ones I find interesting. Edinson Cavani joining Juventus. Would that happen in real life? I don't know. As for your inbounds, the second season, and you signed Kylian Mbappe on a free. I believe he's going to go to Real Madrid. Was he going to sign for PSG and start signing a new contract at PSG? Who knows? Nicola Barella signed from Inter. As for your outbounds, it looks like you've managed to get rid of a bit of deadwood here. Players that just aren't Manchester United level anymore. Yeah, nothing too interesting there. As for the year after, you signed Tagliafico on a free. Anthony Martial made his move permanently. Scott McTominay left on a loan. Wan-Bissaka moved to Bayern Munich. Lindelof, Van der Beek, definitely getting rid of that. Bailly as well. You're getting rid of a lot of players that aren't going to be good enough for Man United going forward. Not too bad at all. As about the next year, you signed Van Sanderberg and you signed Alvaro Morata. That's not a transfer that I would be impressed with. Zarako from Miniera, not bad. As for your outbounds, you sold Tagliafico, 37. You signed him on a free. That is a nice £37 million profit on just him. Ethan Laird moved on for 11.5. Donny left on a permanent, and so did Scott. Diego Dalot left for Lyon. Fair few youngsters leaving out as well. The year after, which is the last year, that's the year you brought in Onana. You brought in Ibanez from Roma. Diego Dalot sold for 31 million. Ricardo Horta. Anyone else of interest here? Anyone else? Siracco left pretty much straight after he come through the door. Hannibal left, so he clearly didn't make it, did he? That's not too bad. I think that's some good business. Let's have a little look at the main squad and see what players are still around that we haven't skimmed, what we may have skimmed over. So you got Henderson and De Gea still there. Harry Maguire's still there. Varane is just about to leave for Al Jazeera. Luke Shaw is there, but he has been requested for transfer. Paul Pogba, your vice captain. Bruno Fernandes, your captain. Marcus Rashford's still there. Sancho, obviously, still there. Greenwood's there. I still can't get over you signed Kylian Mbappe. That is the best bit of business of the day. And there we have it. That's Manchester United for you. So, Manchester United fans, bar the fact that Ollie's no longer your manager in real life, would you have been happy with 5 years of constant European football and challenging for the Champions League? Winning the Champions League? Let me know in the comments. guys, thank you very much for checking it out. And tomorrow, or whenever the next episode is out, it's going to be Newcastle United. So we get to have a little bit of a look at Megabucks United. Megabucks Newcastle. So, yeah, guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.